Hi there, welcome to my views and news. Three news stories and one correction for you. Firstly, Somaliland Ethiopia MoU. Is Ethiopian PM going to visit Somaliland to show solidarity with Somaliland and to double down on his position about implementation of the MoU? Secondly, Tigray's two top leaders have been seen together a few hours ago. We have been seeing a long meeting in Tigray between Tigray interim government and TPLF. Tigray military is also part of these meetings. So far, no conclusion, but the two leaders have been seen together in a major city of Tigray today. Thirdly, Arab League is going to meet on Wednesday, an emergency session at the request of Somalia. The session will definitely focus on Ethiopia-Somalia tensions. Before these three news stories, one update, not a correction, because some Sudanese news sources reported around 48 hours ago that Sudan's military chief Abdul Fattah al-Burhan was going to visit Iran. I think two Sudanese news sources reported that. We have been monitoring the developments, monitoring the movement of al-Burhan. So far, al-Burhan has not visited Iran. No meeting between Burhan and any top Iranian leader. So it seems the news was not correct, or the visit was confidential. But so far, no pictures, no videos, no credible confirmation of the news reported by Sudanese news. Now, three news stories for you. First one is from Somaliland. More than a week ago, Ethiopia signed an MoU with Somaliland. Since then, we've been seeing threats from Somalia. Somalia threatening Ethiopia, warning Ethiopia against entering Somaliland to gain access to sea, and warning Ethiopia against recognizing Somaliland as a country. Somaliland issued counter statements. But target of most of the statements of Somalia was Ethiopia, not Somaliland. Because Somaliland resumed talks a few days ago in Djibouti. After the resumption of talks, Somaliland president flew to Ethiopia and he signed an MoU there with Ethiopian PM. Since then, we've been seeing statements from Somalia, but the statements mainly criticized Ethiopian government, Ethiopian PM. So Somalia wants to continue its engagement with Somaliland. Somaliland has issued a statement. It's while Somalia's parliament passed a resolution nullifying Ethiopia-Somaliland MoU. Somaliland parliament also passed a resolution condemning alleged intervention from Somalia into Somaliland's internal matters. So tensions not just between Ethiopia and Somalia, but also between Somalia and Somaliland. And rumors that maybe Ethiopian government could withdraw. Ethiopia might not be in a position to implement the MoU. And when MoU was signed, it was announced that within a month, a deal will be signed by the two sides, Ethiopia and Somaliland. So far, a deal has not been signed. Around 20 days to go. And before that, we are seeing provocative statements from Somalia side threatening Ethiopia. It is being reported that Ethiopian PM Abiy is going to visit Somaliland. Preparations underway in Hargeisa. If it happens, it would be a big show of solidarity from Ethiopia for Somaliland. It would be a big gesture from Ethiopia that it wouldn't withdraw from the MoU, and it will implement the MOU no matter what the cost is. By the way, it's not surprising for me because if you follow the developments, the statements of Ethiopian ministers, Ethiopian government officials, Ethiopia is fully convinced, Ethiopian government fully convinced that it must implement the MOU. I would be surprised if I came to know that the deal had already been signed but not made public. MOU has not been made public as well. Ethiopian PM could visit Somaliland, which will be seen as a provocation from Somalia. And it will lead to more rising of tension between Ethiopia and Somalia. So far, preparations underway in Hargeisa. Will update in coming videos about this visit. Some say that Ethiopia might send a top delegation. PM Abiy might not visit Hargeisa. So let's see what happens in coming hours. It will be clear. Secondly, was in Tigray, where a meeting underway for months with participation of TPLF, Tigray interim government, Tigray military. It seems that so far no agreement has been reached. Tensions continuing despite a difference of opinion, despite disagreements, despite no conclusion at the meeting. Two top Tigray leaders have been seen together today. They were seen in Shire. Getachew Reda. People say you pronounce Getachew Reda's name wrong. His name's pronunciation is Getachew Reda. So Getachew Reda, Tigray interim president, and TPLF president Debretsion Mikhail were seen together in Shire today, where discussions were held with people about development, about future, about what to do, because Tigray is faced with multiple crises. Return of IDPs, a challenge. Ongoing drought, which Tigray government says is taking the shape of a famine. Then provision of food aid not sufficient, and several other challenges too for Tigray government. But at this crucial time, yes, Tigray leadership should be on one page. But meeting still ongoing. No one knows what happened at the meeting, what has been decided. No one clearly knows. But it was good to see EPLF and interim government heads together in Shire today. Tigray need this unity for the sake of its people. Because if there is no unity, if there is infighting, if there is political infighting, people will suffer who are in urgent need of performance from the government. Views, an emergency session of Arab League going to be held on Wednesday. It has been announced by Arab League spokesperson. The session was requested by Somalia. Somalia, when it condemned and rejected Ethiopia-Somaliland MoU, asked UN Security Council, African Union, OIC, IGAD, Arab League to convene emergency sessions to stop Ethiopia from provocations. No sessions of African Union or UN Security Council. IGAD is due to meet on the 18th of January in Uganda. Agenda includes conflict in Sudan and Ethiopia-Somalia tension. But Burhan, I think, is boycotting the IGAD summit. Hamati has accepted the offer. So, top agenda item could be Ethiopia-Somalia tension at IGAD meeting in Uganda. While Arab League is going to meet on Wednesday to discuss the Ethiopia-Somalia tension, it's a foreign ministers level meeting, not heads of state meeting. IGAD meeting is heads of state meeting, I think. Obviously, Arab League is expected to issue a strong statement in support of Somalia. Arab League has its headquarters in Cairo, Egypt. Egypt influences working of Arab League, and Arab League has passed several resolutions against Ethiopian GER to Grand Ethiopian Renaissance Dam too. Arab League and some other organizations opposed the construction and operation of the dam because Egypt was behind those resolutions. But Arab League resolutions are not binding on Ethiopia. It would lead to merely some diplomatic pressure upon Ethiopia. Ethiopia withstood this type of pressure when it was building GERD. So I think that Arab League is set to issue a very strong statement in support of Somalia. But will Arab League take any practical measures to support Somalia or not? Will it send its forces? Will it announce other practical measures to stop Ethiopia? That will see. I personally expect that only a statement, maybe a joint statement from Arab League countries condemning Ethiopia MoU with Somaliland. That is what could happen. But in coming videos on Wednesday when the meeting is held. Thank you for watching.